16. If you're just tuning in, you just missed the opening ceremonies for the top 16, introduction of all the drivers and everything. But I'm Kenny Harris. I'll be alongside here Robbie Nishida.
Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen.
The camera's not on, so they can't see your facial reaction in that.
Okay, I'm still doing it. But hey, welcome back. Look at this. There already stays there, ready to go. Let's just go right into it. I just want to see some awesome tandem drifting.
Awesome, insane, crazy tandem drifting with some ridiculous amount of smoke. So starting off is going to be 555 Yukio Fausto. He did place our first qualifier, and he'll be going against Hayato Miyoshi. Hayato Miyoshi in the 344 and the R34 coming in with that RB26 power right there. Yukio Fausto in the lead, hitting outer zone, getting that nice area of outer zone 1, coming into this touch and go, swinging out to outer zone 3 with Miyoshi right on his tail, swinging in. Fausto pulling away, not letting go of that throttle the whole way into the finish, and Miyoshi trying to keep up with him in that cloud that he was pumping out.
Great job on the lead run by Yukio Fausto. That was textbook driving as a lead car. He flicks the car, well, not as hard as a flick, but he carries the car all the way out to the outside zone on gas the most of the way. Right here at the switchback, the smoke trail is still going, and he's on gas most of the time. Deep angle, gets in pretty deep on the outside zone 3 along the wall, and right here it looks like Miyoshi is starting to drive through a smoke screen and getting a little lost. He missed out the inside clip, but Miyoshi did a great job trying to keep up he was with Fausto most of the way, but Fausto then the lead run was pretty awesome.
Fausto had a really nice lead run right there. Definitely proved why he got that number 1 slot for qualifying. But the tables are going to turn right now, and Miyoshi's going to be the lead while Fausto's going to be on the chase.
Yeah, now everything, all eyes on Fausto. How well can he chase down Miyoshi in his RB-powered R34 Skyline? Because he knows he did a great job on his lead run, but now Miyoshi has a little bit of a pressure too, because he has to do a good job as well on his lead run, since the judges will be watching them closely.
See what kind of proximity Fausto's going to keep with Miyoshi here. Looks like they're all staged and ready to go. And here they go. Miyoshi on the lead while you have Fausto in the chase right here, coming down the stretch into the 3-2-1 cone right here. Miyoshi coming in to outer zone 1. Getting a tire right in the barriers, but Fausto's right on his door, coming into this transition to outer zone 2 to outer zone 3, trying to close that proximity a little bit, coming out of outer zone 3 into the inside clip 1, and Fausto's right at his door, finishing strong. Woo! And then they lost it right at the end, but Fausto was pushing him the whole way right at the end.
All right, we're going to have to look closely what happened at the finish line too, but before that, we're going to go ahead and dissect this run. Miyoshi looks like he doesn't carry the car as out as Fausto, but Fausto is right there next to him. Not as much as angle as Fausto through here, but he is on gas, and right here Fausto starts creeping up to him, and he dips a tire on the inside, but he catches up and gets really, really close right here. And there was contact at the finish line. I would have to go ahead and check that again.
Let's see the overview by the drones. Right here coming into outer zone 1. Fausto's trying to stay in his pocket. Switchback coming into outer zone 3. Closing that proximity. And now here's where the judges are really looking to see if there was contact or not between Miyoshi and Fausto. See if they can get another replay on it. Definitely a tough one to watch for these judges right here. There's another replay coming in. Miyoshi leading. Yukio coming back around, sliding into outer zone 3, closing in on him. And now here it is right here, if there was contact or not. Definitely nice getting these different views, but sometimes they just can't get that full view they want. But after looking at all these replays, it's given them a little bit better judgment call on how this was, because this is such a close call between these two drivers. Coming around, coming inside clip 1. So yeah, sorry about the delay, but yeah, this is a very tough call for these judges to make.
Yeah, so there's a big factor in, well, number one, you can't have contact, and if there is contact on the track, it has to be to the point where the lead car or the chase car has to be able to keep drifting. Now, this was right at the finish line, and right before the finish line, at the end of this rumble strip where you can see from the top, that's the end, that's the finish line. And basically the contact happened before the finish line, and also it affected the lead car driving through the finish line. And if that happens, the lead car is supposed to drift through the finish line and stop drifting instead of spinning out. The chase car caused the lead car to actually spin through the finish line, so we're going to have to deem fault on the chase car for being a little too aggressive. And here is the results.
There's the results right there. All 3 judges with Miyoshi on that. Ryan, Yoichi, and Ravi all with Miyoshi on that one.
Yeah, so considering the rest of the part of the track, it looked like Fausto was trying to catch up way too much after the outside zone 3, because he was cutting through the grass. And yes, he was very aggressive and he was very close to the lead car, but he got a little too close and caused the lead car. And at the same time, Miyoshi did a fairly good job on his lead run as well, so there was nothing that he made. He didn't make any major mistakes that we can deem him to the point where we would overcome the contact and also the mistakes that Fausto made.
That's true. So next lined up, we're going to have it'll be number 99, Kazuya Matsukawa in the AE85, and going against him is going to be number 53, Mitsunori Yoshimura in his S15.
So earlier on the intro, they messed up his name, but this is Mitsunori Yoshimura, not Yamada. So, there's a red flag. Looks like it's going to be a restart. But yes, like I was saying, this is he is a rookie. This is the first time he is competing in Formula Drift Japan, and I think this is the first time he made it to top 16. This is basically his first battle for top 16 ever in his life, so it's going to be very interesting where he's going against a veteran, which is Kazuya Matsukawa. He is driving with Team Groupie.
And he did podium. Yeah, he podiumed last year here at this course.
Yes, so he did, and he also is on fire. He is higher in the points ranking as well, and a lot of experience behind the wheel. So let's see how Matsukawa is going to take on Yoshimura, or Yoshimura going to take on Matsukawa. And as you see right now, it looks like there was a restart. And thank you to the starter and the guys out there. There are eyes, so we know that everybody has a fair share on starting. Nobody's trying to jump the light or do anything fishy. at the start line, and those guys are watching out for us. So here we go now, another start.
Matsukawa on the lead and Yoshimura in the chase. Lead car coming through into the 3-2-1 cone. Coming into outer zone 1. Trying to maximize as much as he can into outer zone 1, but the Chase is kind of falling behind, and then swinging into outer zone 2. Chase kind of get that proximity a little bit closer, but Lee's just pushing ahead, not letting go of the throttle, finishing off strong. Ooh, and he washed outright. Washed a little bit out right through that finish line right there.
Yeah, so it wasn't a spin, so we're not going to give him an incomplete on that. He did go off course, but that was after the finish line, so we're just going to go ahead and move on ahead on how the drivers are going to be when they switch places. It looks like Matsukawa is doing everything he is supposed to be doing right here, running the outside line. It's just that Yoshimura is way back behind. He is there's not much proximity going on there, but he finds his chance here, tries to get closer to him at the outside zone 3. He cuts in a little bit too much at in clip 1, loses most of his angle, and shoots out towards the right side of the finish line, after the finish line. So we will take all that in consideration, and next Yoshimura will be leading Matsukawa. See how Matsukawa is going to do behind Yoshimura.
So like you said, he's a rookie driver here, so definitely he's trying to take advantage of this and lead what he can, especially at the end right there. He throttled through, came in a little bit too hot coming out of the finish line, but still pushing through, trying to get that proximity closed up. So big thing for Matsukawa is closing in that proximity, and Yoshimura trying to give that nice lead run, closest to a 100-point run that he can.
And so I think the side plate on Matsukawa's GT wing was flapping around, so I think they are taking care of that right now.
Yeah, he had that same issue yesterday during qualifying, so let's see if they can square that away for him and get this second run in the books. But yeah, for the most part, the skies, now we got overcast, so it's not too bad. Kind of good for these guys because, you know, with the sun and everything and all the smoke, it makes visibility real hard for them.
Yeah, and when you're in the smoke screen, it's kind of frightening because you basically don't know where you're going, and especially at tracks like this where outside zone 3 there's a wall. And also, you can't forget that there's a wall along outside zone 2, right outside of the zone. And we had a car that went into the wall previously. A few years back, and then it was pretty bad. The damage was pretty bad. So if you're stuck in the smoke and you kind of lose sense of which direction you're trying to go to, it's pretty dangerous. So the drivers are, you know, especially wearing the Hans and wearing the helmet, and you have limited visibility, and you're inside the car, inside the window, and on top of that there's smoke pouring everywhere. And some cars, you got your own smoke coming into your own car and your own cabin, you know.
There you go at the start gate. Looks like they're cleaning you up. Had some debris. Oh yeah, it looks like he has some debris from whenever he went off track at the finish line over there. So they're just kind of cleaning up so he doesn't leave anything on the track for the following tandem battles that are going to happen. But like you said, hats off to the crew down there for taking care of this, making sure everything's safe. Like you said, they're the eyes down there at the start gate for us.
And we had times before where I believe in the U.S. in Atlanta there was how can I say it? One of the drivers jumped the light, and I think it wasn't caught, so that the chase car was way behind, and they actually made a protest, and we got to go and check videos and stuff like that, and we did find that the car did jump the light, so we had to do a rerun for that second run they had. So it's really important because the timing is really, really important for these guys, especially if you're chasing. You want to leave at the perfect time, you know, to stay as close as possible with the lead car or whatever.
Exactly. It's not a drag race.
Yeah.
It's not a drag race at the end of the day. So, like you said, we're here to see some drifting, some tandem drifting. So it looks like they're ready to go. They're all lined up. Yoshimura is going to be on the lead, where Matsukawa is going to be on the chase. Coming in, Yoshimura coming out of 3-2-1 right here. Swinging it around into outer zone 1. Getting a nice skim, but Matsukawa's right there, not letting him get much distance away from, trying to close that proximity a little bit more right here. Changing his line a little bit, but coming in for the chase right here, finishing up strong.
Clip 1 from earlier from top 32 too.
It was never an issue all day.
I mean, no, there were a couple of cars that were correcting and stuff like that in clip 1 for top 32 too. So here we go. Yoshimura flicks his car, makes it outside zone 1. Fairly clean run as a lead. Right here, looks like Matsukawa kind of dives in a little, runs a smaller line, and right over here makes a transition a little too early. He's 2 tires off.
Going back to top 32, his teammate actually did that same end right there with his 2 tires dipping off.
Now I think the big factor here is going to be the proximity where Matsukawa led and Yoshimura led, and I would say that it is very, very close. It might be a close lead run per car, you know. One might be faster than the other, but at the same time the line and the angle and all that stuff might be very similar, but at the same time you have to look at the chase now, that one had more proximity and the other had less, and they both made mistakes at the end of the track.
Ryan with Matsukawa, Yoichi with Matsukawa, and Robbie with Matsukawa. So Matsukawa will be pushing on to the grade 8.
Congratulations, and now it's going to be car number 344, Miyoshi, going against car number 99, Matsukawa, at the grade 8. That's going to be an exciting battle as well. Now we're going to be going to the next battle. They are lining up. It is going to be
number 73, Kazuki Hayashi, in his S15. Alongside, he will be with Kenji Yamada, number 888. So Hayashi's going to be in the lead while you have Yamada on the chase here.
So in the drifting community, they are both veterans. So I'm expecting to see some good tight tandem again with these guys.
So one's 2J powered, the other one's SR, so we'll see. But like you said, the experience is where it's going to come down to.
Yeah, this might be the battle, you know, same exact car, but totally different inside. It's going to be, one's going to have the power and the torque, the other might be a little bit more light and nimble. So let's see how that's going to work out at a track like this where it's pretty big and wide open. Just waiting on the start. I brought my boots. I was expecting it to get wet. Okay, here
they go. So here you go. Hayashi in the lead, Yamada in the chase right here. Hayashi pulling away right here in the 3-2-1, coming into outer zone 1, swinging around. But the chase closing in right here with his SR, closing in that proximity right here in the outer zone 3, pushing along. I like that proximity right there, coming out of outer zone 3. But then again, the lead just pushing ahead into that inside clip 1. Kind of like you were saying, the nimbleness right here through the tight section. He kind of got his proximity closed in.
Exactly. This is the important part for the drivers to close in the middle of the track. But right here, Hayashi initiates, takes the car to the outside. Good line by Hayashi. And at the same time, Yamada is creeping up behind. And here we go, right after outside zone 2 to 3. Yamada jumps right in and gets as close as possible. He gets a little left here and leaves a little gap from the inside clip, maybe because he's going through the smoke trail that Hayashi is leaving, but great job by both the drivers. It looks like Hayashi gapped him a little bit at the beginning, but maybe that's because he was flexing on him with, you know, the 2J power, but we'll see what's going to happen when the tables are turned.
But definitely Yamada did have a nice mimic to Hayashi's angle, so definitely what the judges want to see, but like you said, that proximity is going to be another key factor.
Yeah, so Yamada did a transition right in front, and maybe it was a little early at the touch and go. but it looked like he was throwing a little bit more angle too, and he was using the angle to, how can I say it, he was using the angle correctly, and it looks like he was controlling the car well after the bridge or the Yokohama sign, going to the outside zone too, and that's how he probably creeped up to Hayashi. And there is Yamada in his car.
Yamada's going to be on the lead. Hayashi's going to be on the chase. See some. So yeah, Yamada's the one. He's the one that did have a little bit of contact in outside outer zone 3 yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
So here he comes right here. Yamada in the lead. Hayashi in the chase, coming in, swinging around to outer zone 1. Ooh, Yamada just dipping a little bit out right there, coming into that transition point right there. It's touch and go, swinging around to outer zone 3, getting real wide. It's wide and early into outer zone 3. And Hayashi right there on his tail, closing in the whole time on him. Man, that got kind of wild there.
Yeah, it did. It was a lot sloppier than I was expecting it to be, but let's go ahead and watch this replay one more time. But it looks like Yamada dipped out a little too much on outside zone 1 on his lead run. Hayashi dipped out a tire here at initiation, but keeps it within the track. And right here, Hayashi is super shallow following Yamada, and Yamada almost goes into the wall but clears it, but it looks like he comes short right there, and it messes up the whole tandeming. And right there, Hayashi shuts it down a little too early as well, so I'm going to have to go ahead and watch that one more time.
Definitely a fair share of back and forth on this battle. But definitely going to have to reference both lead to chase for these judges. So going with another replay right here. Yamada in the lead right here. See Hayashi dipped out a little bit there. And then Yamada right here getting 2 tires dipped out and then dipping out right here on the touch and go. Going real wide early and then kind of bailing out, messing his line up coming out of that outer zone 3. But what they're really looking at now is seeing if Hayashi, cut it short on that finish. Like we said before, they have to completely finish the course in drift, so just making sure he didn't cut it short right there at the end. So another view right here, our drone footage. Hayashi took that different line right there, while Yamada swung around outside outer zone 3 right there. But let's see. Here we go again. Judges want to see this one more time. So that's the thing. Everything y'all are seeing out there, the judges are watching the same exact footage you all are. So they're trying to make their right judgment call for this, especially being at the top 16. Every call counts and is huge. And every move by these drivers is definitely a different rating and nitpicked by the judges. Be moving on to the Grade 8.
All right, so that was a really, really close call because I was really thinking about even one more timing that, because Yamada did make a mistake at the end clip after the outside zone 3, and he cut in way too much, and at the same time, Hayashi did look like he wasn't drifting through the finish line. But looking at the video closely and the replays closely, we have decided that Hayashi's mistake is pretty much caused by the lead car, and at the same time, Yamada almost incompleted before the end clip 1. And if the lead driver does anything major, and if they incomplete in the lead run, that's the end of the run, and the chase car is over right there. So pretty much everything after that doesn't really count so much. So we blame the lead car Yamada for making Hayashi make that mistake, and looking at the other run that we had too. Overall, all the judges decided to go with Hayashi taking the win. Yep.
There you go, right there. That's the little breakdown of it all. Yeah, I was just explaining to them like.
But that's my.
Exactly, your take out of the three. So you're not speaking for all of them, but you're giving the breakdown.
Maybe we're close though, very close.
It's better than my breakdown that I would give out.
Are you gonna say like I like the black car because I
no,
like the color?
I just go by all the comments and be like, yep, I agree with everybody else watching.
All right.
So next we have up, it's gonna be Tetsuya Iya on the chase, and you're gonna have Kunihiko Teramachi on the lead right here, coming in with the S15 on the lead, but a huge gap on the crown right now with Iha. Not sure what happened there. Swinging back around to inside outer zone 2 to outer zone 3, and yeah, the Iha is nowhere to be found. So not sure what happened from the jump, but Iha definitely just shut down out of outer zone 3 and took himself completely out of that tandem battle.
Man, I don't know if there's an issue with the car or not, but
he just.
Oh no, right there. It looked like. I don't know if he couldn't get it into gear or maybe it cut off because it looked like he was doing a burnout down the straight and all of a sudden no smoke. So a tough one for Iha, and Teramachi is kind of doing his own thing in the lead run. He didn't fill the outside zone 1 as much as he's supposed to, but at the same time he is pretty much doing an average run in the lead. He is hitting the touch and go, and he filled the outside zone 2 and got pretty close to the outside zone 3. So we're going to have to take that in consideration where Iha had some kind of trouble or an issue, maybe, and see what's going to happen with Iha in front and Teramachi giving chase.
So we'll see tables.
I guess Iha is going to the pits, so most likely he is going to be calling his competition timeout. Teramachi is already at the start line. He is ready to go. So in order for Iha to do anything to his car, they will have to either call it or call a competition timeout, which is going to give them 5 minutes of time to repair the car or look over the car, see what the problem is. So I guess it was an issue that he fell back so much on the straightaway.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of tried to get it back together and figure the car out after that outer zone 1, but coming out of outer zone 3, he just shut it down because something had to have been wrong or not right for what he wanted.
So let's talk about the drivers. Iha is from Okinawa. He's from the islands way down south. It's like the Hawaii of Japan. Very nice place. And he has to actually fly over all the time. His car stays in the mainland, but he has to actually fly over here to even go and practice and stuff like that. So he was telling me that it's kind of hard to do that because, you know, financially and everything, it's hard to get out here and always go to the track, and the car has to be looked over by somebody over here. Versus Kunihiko Teramachi is, he's been in the series for quite a bit, but he is one of those young drivers that has that spark, and it looks like it's ready to explode. And lately, he's been really showing his talent very, very well.
Yes,
so,
yes.
He's not a veteran, and he's not the guy who's always on, you know, making it to top 4 finals and anything, but he looks like he has the potential to do that, and it looks like it's starting to bloom, and we will see how far he's going to go at this round. But looks like Iha is coming back to the start line.
Definitely cool seeing Iha's car out here. Definitely a different platform other than the ones that we're seeing. So we'll see what he's going to push out as the lead this time against Teramachi.
Big 4-door 2JZ against, everybody's familiar with this setup, S15 with the 2JZ.
Yeah. Sustained some heavy damage Iha did back in Okuibuki. So here we go. Iha on the lead, where Teramachi is going to be on the chase right here. Looking a lot better for Iha, coming in, getting out of 3-2-1 cones, coming into outer zone 1. Nice sweep through outer zone 1, getting this touch and go right here, swinging into outer zone 2. Kind of getting could have got a little bit more into there, but swinging around outer zone 3. But Teramachi's right there behind him, not letting him get anything.
Teramachi is there. He did a pretty good mimic all the way up until after the touch and go at the outside zone 2. It looked like he almost threw too much angle behind Iha, but look at Iha. I think this is the best I've seen him drive this whole weekend, Iha.
Yeah.
Very energetic,
Hit
on
the
gas,
lines.
on line, trying to throw as much angle as possible right there, Iha. Oh, I'm sorry, Teramachi almost lost it there, but he held it. And Iha just on gas, full angle,
The whole way out.
smoke screen all the way. Great job by Iha on his lead run, but now we're going to have to see
Lead to lead, chase to chase. It's rough, especially with
Exactly.
Iha having the either the
Incomplete,
mechanical
yeah.
issues or whatever he had, but having that incomplete is definitely going to be a black eye.
Man, that would have been cool to see him drive his car with the full potential.
Here's another bird's eye view from the drones. Teramachi had a huge angle coming into that touch and go.
Right there.
Swinging back around, but then
Yeah,
getting
Iha
that
got
proximity right there.
Fairly close to that wall, too.
Like you said, that was probably one of his best runs.
Yeah, see, and I like that all these drivers are turning it up as they're going up the ladder. Now they're at top 16, and they're probably thinking, hey, I have nothing to leave behind.
Ryan with Teramachi, Yoichi with Teramachi, and Robbie's going to go with Teramachi. So Teramachi's going to be moving on to the Great 8.
So now Teramachi is going to go against his teammate Hayashi. They're both with good ride. Both of the cars look very identical, so I'm going to get confused when I'm watching them. So it's going to be throw a dice and see who's going to win. But we'll be right back after these short messages. Don't go anywhere. A Japanese heart in it. Toyota V6.
Yeah,
twin
one
turbo.
GR right there, twin turbo V6 in it. So Takahashi's been doing really good throughout this series, so we're going to see what he's going to push out with Ito right here. So Takahashi's going to be on the lead while we have Ito in the chase.
And Ito is a veteran. He's been driving for a while, and he specializes in JZX. So let's see how they're going to do.
Here they come right here. Takahashi coming in. Ito right behind him. Coming out of 3-2-1 into outer zone 1. Takahashi just dipping a little bit into it, but could have been a little bit deeper in outer zone 1. But Ito, whoa, taking a hard line right there into outer zone 3. Not even being in outer zone 2 right there. Swinging back around. And Takahashi keeping his line that he already had mapped out.
So it looked like Takahashi was keeping his own pace, and Ito, he did a great job all the way up until the touch and go. So let's go ahead and check this out. Both of the car initiates. Towards the end of the 3-2-1 cone, Takahashi has a nice flick, but Takahashi looks like he leaves outside zone 1 a little too early, not as deep, and with angle. And right here, Ito kind of cuts in, throws a lot of angle, gets really close. So he enters outside zone 3 area and leaves outside zone 3 area a little bit sloppy, but tries to gain proximity on Takahashi.
Yeah, he totally missed. Ito totally missed outer zone 2 coming out of that touch and go. But let's see what Ito's going to do on the flip side as the lead while we have Takahashi in the chase. Didn't know if they were going to throw a drone footage up there for us or not.
And they won't.
So, like I said, Ito's going to be on the lead. Takahashi's going to be on the chase here.
Look at that. That is cool.
Clean,
that car
rowdy
looks
look.
good. Looks like he was waving to his boys, maybe standing along the fence on the straightaway. And
So
Ito in his clean JZX100 Chaser.
See what he's going to throw down here for his lead run. Looks like both drivers are ready to go. Just waiting for the signal. Looks like they're getting the signal now and waiting for these lights to come down. Ito on the lead, Takahashi on the chase. Here we go right here. Coming out of the gate or the chicane. Ito leading, coming out of 3-2-1 right here. Rolling into outer zone 1. Ito dipping a little bit of a tire out of there, but coming into this touch and go. Could have been a little deeper in outer zone 2. Takahashi just trying to keep up with him right now, close that proximity on outer zone 3 into the inside zone. Definitely Takahashi took a different route there coming in at outer zone 3. Let's see right here on the replay.
All right, so it looks like Takahashi was getting left. Even if he was making and taking a shallow line going through touch and go in outside zone 2, and right here, not a hard flick and not too sideways by Ito, but he manages to make the car go all the way out to the outside zone, dips a tire, but I like the way he fills that zone, but he is a little too far away from the touch and go, fills outside zone 2 fairly well, but kind of misses the wall, and it doesn't look like Takahashi is nowhere near him in proximity, because even though he was shooting in going straight after the touch and go, so he missed outside zone 2 to try to catch up. Here we go.
Better view right here. See where the line was for him. Getting all of outer zone, but like you said, initiate a little early into that touch and go. Ooh, corrected a little in that outer zone 3 right there, but coming through. Tough call, looking at both lead to lead, chase to chase. See what the judges come up with here. Looks like they have it all in. But yeah, Takahashi currently our second points lead at 220, and he landed third place at our last round at Ebisu. So see if he can push through to the grade 8 or not, or did Ito solidify that? Here we go. See what Ryan has to say. Ryan's going with Ito, Yoichi with a one more time, and Robbie with a one more time. So it looks like we'll see a one more time by these two individuals right here.
So I know where Ryan is coming from too, because I really had a hard time making this decision, because I was going to go one more time. And honestly, if I had to, I was almost tipping over towards Ito too. But once again, you know, in my eyes, I had to look for the mistakes that each car made. And it looked like the lead, Takahashi didn't do a good job on the outside zone 1, but he looked like he was hitting the touch and go area and trying to stay on the outside line, versus Ito was leading. He missed touch and go, and he also was shallow through outside zone 3 as well. So he kind of juggling it around.
Yeah.
Pretty much it almost looked like it was almost even.
We'll see what they bring back to the table then right there. But pushing on to our next competition, it's going to be number 17, Jin Horino, in his S15 against Koichi Yamashita in his Team Weld JZX 100 Mark II.
So both veteran drivers, they've been in the series for a while. Both of the drivers.
Yamashita podium last.
Yeah, they both podiumed this year, because Horino podiumed at Ubibuki too.
Yeah. So coming in, Horino in the lead, Yamashita in the chase, coming through. Horino coming out, coming into outer zone 1, not fully into outer zone 1, into this touch and go. And Yamashita just getting all wild behind him, trying to close that gap, and right on his door, giving him a little love tap. Ooh, a few love taps there coming out outer zone 3.
And now we're going to have to see, did Horino shut down, or he shut down because of the hit, or was a hit done before the shutdown? Now let's dissect this from the beginning. Horino flicks the car in, tries to take it to the outside zone, but it looks like he's a tad short. But right here, he throws a good amount of angle. Looks like Yamashita does a transition a little too early and has nowhere to go. Runs a small. Oh no! It looks like Hirino. It looks like Hirino's car shut down.
Man, we got to see that replay again.
Yeah, it looks like Hirino's car started to shut down right at that turn as well, but we will check and visually.
Here's the bird's eye view from the drone.
And unless the shutdown was affected by the chase car, you're not just supposed to give up and shut down too, so it must have been something maybe mechanical.
See right here, he took that sharp line.
There you go, Hirino does a good job right there. Yep, and it looks like Hirino is starting to slow down after he leaves the outside zone 3 wall. So I'm not sure if there's something going on with his car, or if that was done purposely, and maybe, oh no, there you go, his car is on the left side on the straightaway after the finish line. We can't see it from the judging stand, but here you go. This is a visual from the rescue is going out there to pick up the car, and there is something wrong with his car, obviously.
Hopefully we'll find something out here soon, but yet they're fixing to tow him out. Another look at the replay from the drone footage. Hirino coming around.
Here you go, Hirino does a pretty good job. He gets really close to that wall, and right there.
It's hard to tell whether
So, yeah, from what I see, I would have to say it looks like he shut the car down before the contact. But,
so we'll see. Crew's taking care of him right now. Got another look at it. Mashita coming through. Taking a hard line right here to outer zone 3. So we'll see. They got the crew out here cleaning up outer zone 2. Trying to get him towed out, figured out what's going on with his vehicle. All right, here he goes right here. So his crew will have some time to take a look at the car. Different horsepower range.
different drivers.
That's true, too. But same color.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go. Coming through. Ueo in the lead. Hashi on the chase. Ueo coming into outer zone 1. Ooh, real shallow line into outer zone 1. Coming into the transition point. Swinging around, and Hashi's right behind him. Can close the proximity a lot more than that. But man, Ueo's line is just off from what he's been doing and what he's been producing the whole weekend. So not sure what happened with him on that run.
Yeah, that was definitely not a third place qualifier run because I know he scored like a 91 or something because he did throw a good amount of angle after the touch and go, but right here, flicks the car, tries to make the car out to the out zone, but he is far away, leaves the out zone a lot earlier, kind of misses, doesn't go through the touch and go as well, and right here, not so close to the wall either, and this just reeks trying to run away from the chase car.
Having that shallow line of just trying to just push.
Yeah, so when things like this happens, it makes the chase car have to go and chase down the lead car, and they can't really drift. The only thing.
Very unfortunate for Ueo on this one.
Yep. So look at this. Check this out. Ueo's out. Andrew Gray is out at top 32. Now Takahashi, which is second in ranking,
Yeah, second in points right now.
he's going to want to beat Ito, and what is holding him back is Ito's performance today, so everybody's looking and going to be watching that battle very closely. It's going to make it very, very interesting.
Because that's going to change everything for this.
It's going to be changing everything, yeah. So now Hashi is going to be making his by run.
Here you go, coming through to make sure that his vehicle is 100% for us.
Man,
coming into a 3-2-1.
So now after the championship, the chase, the race is all, it's all up in the air for all the guys. It's all up for grabs.
It really is. I mean, you still have the sitting in fourth place right now. But and
yeah,
he
made
podiumed.
it to the top 8 already.
Yeah, he podiumed last event at Ebisu. He got second. And then also
Hayashi is 5th, and he is still in the mix.
But also
Ishikawa is actually not. He lost to Ito earlier for top 32.
But also Yamashita, he did get second last year at this track, so this is nothing new to him. So he's gonna be gunning for it.
Oh, exactly. So
between second last event and second last year at this track.
Yeah. So we got Tamagawa, which hasn't ran yet. He's the last battle of this. Harino, which is actually ran out of time. And he is out. He is knocked out at top 16.
Yeah, you got Manoa still in the same bracket.
Manoa's still in the same bracket too. This top 10 guys, all these guys actually has a chance to take the championship. So everything is like.
But a lot of them are on the right side of the bracket, so they're going to be.
They're going to have to knock each other out. Yeah.
So it's going to be really good on this right side because I mean Manoa, I think last year he got 4th place I think at this track.
Yeah, he got 4th place.
Yeah, so he's definitely a runner-up too, but. Tamagawa, he's coming out to play in his Supra, so we'll see. It's definitely going to be a tough right side.
This is, all of a sudden, it got super interesting.
It did.
with the whole championship, and you can't forget that this is round 4, and we still got one more round to go.
Exactly.
So the next round is going to be really, really, really important to these guys.
So now we got Takahashi lined up, and Ito going to be on the chase for this one more time right here. Takahashi, he knows what he needs for this, but Ito's not making it easy for him. So coming in at 3-2-1, Takahashi in the lead, coming into outer zone 1, trying to dip right on that fine edge of outer zone 1, a little bit early out of outer zone 1, but coming into that touch and go. Oh, Ito trying to hold through, straighten up. Huge correction by Ito right there in outer zone 3, but Takahashi continuing to push through the inside zone 1, finishing off real strong.
I love the way Ito attacks right at outside zone 2, but it doesn't look like he goes into outside zone 3 smoothly after outside zone 2. It looks like he hesitates and can't get back on gas in his front. It looked like there was a huge correction in his steering going through outside zone 3, or approaching outside zone 3. So let's go ahead and look at the replay. Initiation by Takahashi, great job, and he tries to get on the line a little, not as smooth.
Kicked it real
Wavers
hard
a little
right
bit,
there.
but right here gets really close to the wall. Ito wavers there, a correction by him, and can't stay as close to Takahashi, but also does a good job trying to stay close. But the big mistake that he made at outside zone 3 is going to affect him.
Yeah, coming out of outer zone 2, Ito really kicked it out real hard, kind of messed up his line for coming into outer zone 3 and having him to do that correction that you saw on the replay. But here we are, Ito is coming up to the line. He's going to be in the lead, while we have Takahashi is going to be on the chase. And as you can see on the screen, the other two competitors, Tamagawa and Manoa, is actually going to get their tires warmed up and ready to go for this next battle after this one. So Ito knows what he has to do to keep this competition going and keep him being in the runnings for for the grade 8.
Ito in his JZX100 Chaser and Takahashi in the E92 BMW. This is their second battle today because they had it one more time. A very close call. One of the judges favored Ito earlier.
So we'll see what Ito's going to do here on his lead run. Takahashi coming through, not going to give in much. Coming into the 3-2-1. Takahashi just closing in on him, coming into outer zone 1. Ito dipping out into outer zone 1, swinging into the touch and go, coming into outer zone 2. Woo! Takahashi just throttling through, taking out outer zone 2 to outer zone 3. Oh! I don't know if you saw that right at the end there, coming out of outer zone 3, coming up to the inside clip. Huge correction by Takahashi.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and see this replay. Ito initiates, and he makes 2 tires off. And right there,
huge.
That was a big correction by Takahashi.
Correction, straightening up right there.
We're gonna have to see some replays.
So we're already going through our first one more time with these two. So we're gonna see how this goes, but that huge correction by Takahashi is gonna be a factor. But here we are for the overview. Swinging back around, coming into outer zone 2. Takahashi's trying to hold the same angle with the line with Ito, and then right here transitioning back, had a huge correction coming in that inside clip.
All right, so we want to double check something right here. Now, we saw the big correction made by Takahashi when he was chasing Ito right around the in-clip area, and he made a huge correction. Now, earlier we saw Ito chasing down Takahashi, making a huge correction right at the outside zone 3, and we're going to see how
they both had their errors right there. Just at 2 different parts of the track, 2 different points.
Yeah, so it looks like Ito had a huge correction too, and we're going to have to go by what we always speak about, lead to lead, chase to chase situation. So
coming out, swinging around. Yeah, that's with Ito on his correction in outer zone 3, right? Or outer zone 3. So getting the final votes in from the judges here. Got the camera view pointing straight at us right now. Waiting on these judges get their votes locked in and pushing through. But like I said, this is our first one more time with these two individuals, Takahashi and Ito. Kazumi Takahashi in the E92 BMW with TMS Racing team, and then you have Monkey Ito in his Team Horino tires, JZX100 Chaser. Let's see. Yeah, you can see right in front of us, those are the spotters from either the other teams or the teams that are still competing. But here we go. Let's see what Ryan has for them. Ryan's going to go with Takahashi, Yoichi with Takahashi, and Robbie with Takahashi on that.
So the explanation with that, and I think all the judges probably thought the same as this, but both cars got an incomplete in their chase runs because of the huge corrections they had. Ito made a correction at the outside zone 3 area, and Takahashi made a big correction at right before in-clip 1. So both of the chase cars, that's a wash. So we're going to have to go ahead and compare the lead to lead. Now, Takahashi did a good job on the outside zone 2. There was a little bit of wavering here and there, and also rode the wall on outside zone 3. Versus Ito, he was 2 tires off on the outside zone. And we decided that Takahashi did do a better job on his lead run, so it came down to who did a better run on their lead run, and Takahashi took the win.
And so next we have Yamashita's going to go ahead and do his run, because unfortunately, Jim Marino had to go ahead.
Yeah, this is by run.
Yeah, he had to go ahead and drop out because of mechanical issues. Yamashita coming in the outer zone 1, real shallow in outer zone 1, running into the touch and go, swinging back around to outer zone 2, trying to ride that wall in outer zone 3. Nice throttle all the way through.
Toyota ever thought that these cars were going to be used in this way.
They were targeting for people like you, future grandpas that want to just still have that cool flair.
Yeah, but most of us didn't buy it brand new, so we had to wait until they're 30 years old.
Here we go. Shinji Minoa is going to be leading us off here in the lead, as Tamagawa is going to be here on the chase, coming into the 3-2-1. Shinji coming into the outer zone 1 and dipping his tire, getting his tire nice into outer zone 1, but Tamagawa is right there on him, giving him no space to breathe, coming in outer zone 2 to outer zone 3, and right there at his door, and still pushing on, not letting him loose at all.
Oh! That was a huge mistake made by Tamagawa right at the finish line.
He got excited there.
Yeah, because...
See this replay right here.
And up until that was a great tandem. I mean, obviously he was on a very smaller line, but the proximity was there. So Minoa is doing a great job on the lead. He is trying to fill the outside zone as close as possible. Hits the touch and go, and right here, attack mode by Tamagawa. He is all over Minoa, but Minoa does a good job going to the outside zone 3. And right here at the transition, the Supra looks like it dives in way too much, and that's 2.5, almost 3 tires off right before the finish line, and it looks like he straightens up. Man, that was a incredible chase by him, but man, that was a huge mistake made by Yoshika Tamagawa.
Definitely, like you said before, they need to finish all the way through to those finish cones right at the end, and very unfortunate to get that far and gamble too much at the end. But coming up here at the line, we're going to have Tamagawa in the lead while we have Minoa in the chase. It almost looks like he has something hanging down from it.
Yeah, there's something underneath the car. Maybe he did run over a cone. And maybe, or I mean, because he just pretty much
leveled it.
Yeah, he just pretty much ran over the 2 finish cones.
There's Minoa ready to go. Waiting for them to fish out whatever's underneath Tamagawa's Supra there.
You know, it'll be interesting.
Yep, it was a cone. There we go.
Trying to listen to what the drivers and the spotters are talking about. If we can hear what they're saying, that would be very interesting.
I know.
Yeah. Maybe they're talking about the run. Maybe they're talking about
dinner.
Yeah, dinner, or how serious to maybe popping jokes.
True.
Try to get them relaxed, but there's a lot of ways you can.
You were in that situation. What do you talk about?
You can talk. I mean, sometimes you BS because you just want to kind of relax and you don't want to make it a big deal. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Tamagawa in the lead, Minoa in the chase, coming through, pushing through in this 3-2-1. Tamagawa pushing into outer zone 1. See how far he's going to get into it. little dip of the one tire, but not too bad at all coming through this transition point right here. So Manoa right there trying to dial in and close that proximity onto Tamagawa. Coming into outer zone 3. Manoa just struggling to keep up right at the end right there. Let's see that replay on that outer zone 3 for Manoa.
Yeah, that was very shallow coming through or leaving outside zone 1. Going into the touch and go in the outside zone 2 by Minoa, but here you go. Tamagawa is doing what he's told, what he's supposed to be doing, and he runs the outside line right there, but he dips one tire out, kind of creates a gap, and it looks like Minoa is trying to play catch up, kind of misses outside zone 2. Tamagawa runs a smaller line through here, but it looks like his line isn't so bad near the outside zone 3, but let's see how critical that run was from Tamagawa when he was chasing Minoa earlier, because
yes, he had the proximity, but that last minute mistake right there, like we said, start to finish, you got to get the whole package.
Yeah, so Minoa's run wasn't too impressive as a chase car, but at the same time when he was leading, he did do a beautiful job on leading the car too. So we'll see.
See what the final call is on this. But like we were saying before, this is our last battle of top 16 and moving on to the grade 8 after this. So we'll see who's moving on, Tamagawa or Manoa.
So sliding left is
Ryan's got Inyoichi with Manoa and Robbie with Manoa. Manoa will be pushing on to the grade 8. There you go. No pushing on. So we are done with the right side for our top 16. Now we're dwindling down to our grade 8 here.
Yes, so that means there's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okayama prefixture. We just got done with top 16. Now we're down to the grade 8. I'm Kenny Harris, along by Robbie Nishida, who has dual hats like last few rounds that we had.
That's right. I will be one of the 3 judges, alongside with Yoichi Momura is also commentating on the Japan side, the Japanese live stream side, and we have Ryan Lontaine all the way from Canada, and he is joining us as a remote judge, as our 3rd judge. And we have Mr. Kazu Iwata, the boss man of FD Japan. He is here supporting Ryan Lontaine, and he's inputting everything for him.
So here's our first grade 8 battle, going to be between Matsukawa and Miyoshi here. Matsukawa's going to be on the lead while Miyoshi's on the chase in the R34. Matsukawa pushing through into outer zone 1, dipping one tire out a little bit, but the chase coming through, trying to close that proximity with his RB26 running through, but the lead just pushing his angle and pushing his line. That definitely was a good line for him.
Yeah, so that was a pretty nice run by Matsukawa. Let's go ahead and check out this replay. I mean, it looks like these cars are going so fast when I'm looking at them come down the street sideways. It looks like they're all gonna go way off course, but they don't. He does dip a tire out, maybe a tire and a half or something at the outside zone 1. Miyoshi kind of gets left behind, gets a little shallow, so you can try to play catch up. Right here, Matsukawa does a good job getting close to the outside zone 3 wall. Miyoshi kind of gets a little closer right here after he makes the attack after the outside zone 2.
Miyoshi definitely cleaned it up on the second half, but yeah, that the meat and potatoes, I guess you can call it, the touch and go to outer zone 2, he definitely didn't throw that angle that we were always looking for the last few runs that we've been looking at. But after doing that chase run, Miyoshi's going to go ahead and do his lead and see what Matsukawa is going to do on his chase. But yeah, these drivers are sweeping through right here, right in front of the judges' stand during the touch and go into outer zone 2. And that's a huge transition point after catching all that momentum out of outer zone 1. So we'll see what Miyoshi is going to do for this lead run here. All right, here they come. Coming into 3-2-1, Miyoshi in the lead.
Matsukawa right behind him.
right there behind him. Miyoshi trying to get all the way out of outer zone 1. Nice line into outer zone 1, flipping into the touch and go into outer zone 2, and Miyoshi's took a different line there into outer zone 3, but Miyoshi just keeping his cool and keeping his line that he had in his line right there. That was very good by Miyoshi. It just looked like Matsukawa got a little excited coming to outer zone 2 into outer zone 3.
Yeah, he did. He did cut in a little bit too much because Miyoshi was running his line and his proper line, and Matsukawa looked like he dived in a little early. Let's check this out. Looks like Miyoshi does a good job right on the outside of the rumble strip. Not so deep in angle. Looks like he has to kick out more angle going to outside zone 3, but he does a good job going by the wall. And that's where Matsukawa kind of dives in. He runs a smaller line there. But at the same time, overall, Matsukawa has a good amount of proximity behind Miyoshi. Definitely. And Matsukawa's lead run was pretty awesome too, minus small mistakes here and there. So we're going to go ahead and compare both of the runs.
Definitely Matsukawa throwing down in that AE85 that he's running with that 1GR, but Miyoshi threw a pretty good run himself with his RB26, R34. See what these judges have for him, putting them in the books. Winner of this will move on to the final 4. But yeah, if you're just tuning in for top 16, it was a pretty long fight in the right side of the bracket for the last 8 drivers to get us where we're at now. So let's see here. All right, here we go. We got a one more time by Ryan, one more time by Yoichi and Robbie with Matsukawa.
But here we go. That was a one more time, and that was a very close call for me too. So I'm going to go ahead and explain my side of it. Pretty much both of the lead runs were pretty good. Matsukawa did have a few mistakes.
All right, here we go.
All right, so this is the point ranking number 2 versus point ranking number 4. And I think Takahashi's like mid-20s. I think Yamashi's like 50.
Both doing phenomenal job coming in. Takahashi's in the lead right here. Yamashi in the chase, pushing through, coming into outer zone 1. Takahashi, nice sweep into outer zone 1. Nice flick right here into the touch and go, but Yamashita right here, closing in that gap right here into outer zone 3, taking a very tight line right there and pushing through into inside clip 1. Rode up on him kind of like he did his last battle with Horino.
Yeah, so Yamashita did not give him any space when he was chasing Takahashi. But let's see, Takahashi does a real good job on the outside zone 1, going all the way, transitioning to the touch and go. Let's go ahead and check this out, and he throws a fairly good amount of angle, but a little less than when he was doing his single runner. Right here, a little late going out to the outside zone 2, so it basically makes a weird line going a little too early for the outside zone 3, so it doesn't look like he gets to fill the outside zone 3 wall as much, so he's gonna have to leave early. He cuts inside on the in clip. He almost looks like he dipped in a tire very close to that right before he makes the in clip.
Definitely going to be interesting seeing Yamashita as the lead while Takahashi's going to be doing the chase here.
Yeah, I would have to say after the outside zone 3 area, that's kind of a wonky line, you say. So Yamashita did a great job mimicking what the lead car is doing, and that's probably because he's a veteran. He knows what he has to do when he's behind the car, so no matter what kind of line he runs, or no matter what kind of line Takahashi runs, he's just going to try to match it up. Now it's on to how well Takahashi can
push through here,
match up to how Yamashita is going to be driving.
can't see it, but Robbie's making fun of me.
No, I'm not. I am.
He says I say push too much, so we'll see here. You guys can track it now. All right, here he comes. Yamashita leading while we have Takahashi right here on the chase. Coming into outer zone 1 after the 3-2-1. Yamashita not fully filling that outer zone right there as a lead runner right here. He needs to push through, coming through with Takahashi into outer zone 3. Takahashi really making an adjustment right there in outer zone 3. And Yamashita still just going through with the momentum and making things happen. Smoking the place out. Man, let's see these lines though, because I don't know if I was too impressed by them.
Okay, so the difference we see in between these both of the runs, it looks a little similar, but let me go ahead and dissect them for you right here. Yamashita doesn't fill the outside zone 1 as well as Takahashi did. After this, the touch and go area and the outside zone 2 area, it doesn't look too different, but right here, it doesn't look like Yamashita takes the similar line as Takahashi, where Takahashi kind of leaves outside zone 3 earlier. And at the same time, Takahashi cannot fill the gap where Yamashita was all over Takahashi throughout the whole track.
Most definitely, yeah. Yamashita definitely was up on Takahashi the whole entire time, so we'll see. Only said push once that time.
I counted like 3 or 4 earlier.
Well, you know, I got to keep you entertained, and you know, even though we got to keep these people out here entertained, but
no, you're not supposed to keep me entertained.
You know, trying to keep you
alive. It's all you guys
awake
out there watching this. Now here we go.
Ryan with Yamashita, Yoichi with Yamashita, and Robbie with Yamashita. So Yamashita will be pushing on to the final 4. Congratulations to...
Hey, and then you know what? He does favor this track because he was second place last.
He was. Congratulations.
He was second place last time. So, yep, he'll be moving on to top 4.
Boom.
And now we're going to go back to the battle that we had earlier, which became one more time. It's car number 99 Matsukawa versus car number 344 Miyoshi.
Our first battle of our grade 8.
Back to,
yes. So we have Hayato Miyoshi. He's going to be in the R34, powered by an RB26, while he'll be going against Kazuya Matsukawa in his AE85, powered by a 1GR. Turbo V6, here they go. We have Matsukawa in the lead with Miyoshi in the chase right here. Lead car coming through, dipping one tire in the outer zone 1, swinging into the touch and go. Could have been a little deeper in the touch and go, but sweeping out of the outer zone 3. Chase trying to close that proximity that he was getting gained on during this touch and go, but
yeah. So once again, it doesn't look like Miyoshi is holding his own behind right here on the straightaway, especially this time compared to the last time. It looks like Matsukawa kind of leaves him in the straightaway. There's a big gap in between these cars, and Miyoshi dips out the tires as well, corrects himself, and doesn't fill outside zone 1. Transitions way early just to try to play catch up. Now Matsukawa does dip a tire on the outside zone 1, but it looks like he does clear the touch and go outside zone 2 and outside zone 3 fairly well as a lead car, and holds enough angle. So let's see what Miyoshi can do in the lead, and how close Matsukawa can be, and how well he can mimic lead car in the chase.
How well he is with Miyoshi's lead run. So we'll see. Miyoshi is going to be leading while Matsukawa is going to be on the chase. Here they are coming up to the line. Man, now the sun is coming down. Got them lined up. Once again, Miyoshi and the R34 lined up. Going to be the lead here against Matsukawa and the AE85. Everything's checking out. Just waiting for that green light.
They are both super iconic cars in the JDM car world. The AE Corolla. Everybody loves those cars. And an R34 Coupe. Everybody loves those too.
Miyoshi coming in the lead, coming out of 3-2-1. Coming into outer zone 1, a little light coming in. Had a little bit, one tire dip out a little bit, but coming into this touch and go, nice angle into the touch and go, swinging into outer zone 2, but Matsukawa right there on his rear fender, closing in on him out of outer zone 3 into inside clip 1.
Was that Miyoshi spinning out on his own, or was there a contact there? We're going to have to go ahead and check this replay. Yeah, the sun is not helping at all.
I know. It's covering the monitor we're looking at, and on top of that, you can't see anything out on the track.
All right, so good job by both drivers. They both initiate where they want to, and Miyoshi takes it all the way out to the outside zone. But he isn't as deep on angle, but he does dip a tire. He does a good job going and approaching to outside zone 3 along the wall. Both of the cars are within proximity, but okay,
No.
that was very easy to see because it looks like Miyoshi just threw it away. So
right
obviously
there
that's
at the
gonna be an incomplete by Miyoshi.
That's rough right there, right at the end, and that's, you know what, we haven't seen that all day. Not during practice, during qualifying, and then now we're seeing out of nowhere.
Yeah, and it happens to a lot of the times on the second run because sometimes they run out of tire because they're going through so much that at the end they want to get back on gas as early as possible, but then the grip level of the car is so different because sometimes the tire is bald, they have less tread on it.
Ryan with Matsukawa, Yoichi Matsukawa, and Robbie with Matsukawa. Matsukawa's going to be moving on to the Final Four.
Yeah, then I think I saw another car at Seattle that did that, and I think Taguchi in his S15, he also spun out at the end and probably ran out of tire. So it does happen a lot.
Yeah.
Because think about, most of these cars could only make 2 laps on a brand new set.
Exactly, throttling through as much as they're throwing down with the throttle. So next we have coming up is going to be our final run for our grade 8. So it's going to be Hashi's going to be going against Minoa. Here they come, Hashi in the S15. Minoa's going to be in the lead in his JZX 100 Mark II. Coming out of the 3-2-1 cone into outer zone 1. Minoa filling that whole thing, dipping about 1 tire, coming into this transition touch and go point to outer zone 2, but Hashi right there on his door. Correcting a little coming out of zone 3. Hashi did. So here he comes, trying to finish up right here to keep up with Minoa.
Yeah, that was almost more than a correction. That could be an incomplete because it looks like he was driving straight through after the outside zone 3. Going to the in clip, let's go ahead and check out the replay. There's a big gap in between the cars. After the initiation, it looks like Hashi is taking a slightly smaller line to keep up and catch up, and it looks like Minoa is going a tire or 2 off on the outside zone. And from right here, Hashi does take a smaller line while Minoa runs through the outside zone. Yeah, there you go. It looks like Hashi was just pretty much driving through the white smoke created by the lead car. So I would have to say that is a very, very big mistake.
It is.
by
But
the chase car.
anything can happen here. Tables are turning now. Hashi's going to be in the lead while Minoa is going to be in the chase. We've seen some upsets today, so anything can happen here.
Exactly. You never know until it's all done.
Exactly. Minoa's been doing a phenomenal job, though, so we shall see what he's going to produce for us. All right, so we got, like I was saying, Hashi's going to be in the red S15 powered by an SR, while we have Shinji Minoa in the black JZX 100 Mark II powered by a 2J. Looks like they're locking something down for him. Both rocking a GoPro or some camera.
So, Hashi, I think they had a battle before at Sugo. And I think that's when Hashi made it all the way up to 4th. And I was actually thinking about that because Hashi was at a bigger track, and it looked like Minoa would have had the advantage there, but then since he's running so much more power than Hashi did, but actually Hashi won, so maybe that would have been like perfect grip to power weight ratio that they had to. So let's see if that's going to work out for him.
See what Hashi's going to do in the lead while Manoa here on the chase, coming out of 3-2-1. Hashi coming into outer zone 1, swinging back around to do the touch and go, but Manoa's right there mimicking every angle that he's pushing at him, but coming through. Manoa coming out, staying close, but kind of losing that proximity coming out of outer zone 3.
Not as close as we want him to be, but he was close enough within proximity. Let's go ahead and check this out. It looked like it was slightly a safer run because maybe because Hashi was sitting on a very big mistake. It looked like he made a slight mistake right here at the initiation, but it looked like he was drifting. Right here, he has an average amount of proximity. Well, actually, it's pretty close, so that's a good amount for Minoa to be. He's not losing sight of Hashi, but not also all over his door. But at the same time, he did do a great job on his lead run, and Hashi did a great job too, but we're going to have to compare the chase runs where Hashi made a huge mistake after outside zone 3, and that might hurt him for this call.
You are right. Manoa did look like he did play it a little safe on his proximity, but his angle was, he was trying to mimic as much as he can of what Hashi was throwing down on his lead run. But here you go. Here's another view for the our bird's eye view by our drones. There you go. So we'll see what the judges have to say. It's a good view right there to see the proximity and the angle that they were both pushing out. All right, there you go. We got a Manoa for Ryan, Manoa for Yoichi, and Manoa for Robbie right there. So Shinji Manoa is going to be pushing on to our final 4. Now it's just a matter of he did get 4th last time, so he has to try to push through and try to break that and get podium. But we shall see.
Yeah, so now, funny thing, the top 4 guys, we have the guys that qualified 9th, qualified 10th, 11th, and 12th. It goes Matsukawa, Yamashita, Minoa, then Teramachi. So now looking at this, we see the podium drivers, 3 of them. Teramachi has to beat Matsukawa to get on the podium because of the qualifying order.
Yes.
And depending on what happens there, Yamashita or Minoa will be missing, possibly not getting on the podium. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4.
It can be anybody's battle at this point.
This is the A86s were built in 1980, or they were debuted in 1983, I believe, because they sold. And a long time ago, Japan used to only sell cars for 4 years. Now I know there's an 87, so definitely -4. That's 83. So I'm pretty sure it came out in 83.
Yeah.
Good math, right?
You're really good. You're on it right now.
87 -4.
Did you finally wake up?
I did. I had a little bit too much chocolate earlier.
All right, here they go right here. Have Matsukawa in the lead with Teramachi in the chase right here. Matsukawa coming through to outer zone 1, getting full bit of it, dipping about a tire in, but man, Teramachi was right there on him. See if he can get back into the zone right here. Lead, but the chase is slowly falling behind right here. Matsukawa just pushing through. Not sure what happened to Teramachi there. He was doing really good in the outer zone 1, but man, after that, it's just...
Yeah, like I was saying, that was the power alley. So he went through outside zone 1, and he was able to keep up with Matsukawa, but maybe the light and nimble car kind of left him after the touch and go. So let's go ahead and see right here. Teramachi does a great job mimicking Matsukawa, and right after this, after the switchback and after here, he starts to fall behind, and Matsukawa just kind of goes away. He's walking away, but Matsukawa is taking the line he was supposed to, and Teramachi is nowhere near by the time they hit the finish line. So this is the good part of Teramachi's car happened in the beginning of the track, and at the end of the track, Matsukawa's car kind of took the characteristics to the full.
Matsukawa definitely just throttled through it. He didn't let go. He just kept going along.
Now it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen, because if everything goes, Matsukawa might get left on the straight or might stick with them. And if he sticks with them, I think Matsukawa has a high chance of being on Teramachi versus looks like Teramachi throws a lot of angle.
But we'll have to see, because definitely
a lot of control.
Coming into out of outer zone 3, a lot of them been crunching up right there and catching that power and coming into inside clip 1. So we'll see what happens here, because like we just saw, Matsukawa doesn't throttle down at all once he leaves outer zone 2.
So it looks like Matsukawa wasn't lining up, and he is showing some kind of hand signal. So I think Matsukawa is going to be calling his competition timeout. So he is actually going back to the pits. They are going to check his car out. We don't know what is going on with the car, but it looked like he made a good run up front leading. So Teramachi will just have to wait
for this 5-minute.
So the competition timeout, the 5 minutes starts right after the car reaches the pit. So not the time driving back. As soon as they get to the pit, the mechanic starts to, let's say if the driver gets out or the mechanic starts to touch the car, and that's when the 5 minutes is going to start. They only have one to use throughout the whole event. I'm talking from qualify all the way to the end. So you have to spend your competition timeout wisely, and this is probably a good time for him to use if there's any flaws in the car, because he wants to make it to the finals.
Hopefully we'll get a little bit more word on what is going on with Matsukawa's A85.
All right, so it looks like he made a clean run here, but I just heard from the tech guys that Matsukawa is sitting on engine issues, and it may be electrical. So he has 5 minutes to figure that out. Man, this might be a critical. Oh man, there's 4 minutes.
Critical 4 minutes. See if they can figure out what's wrong with the car and get him pushed back out there. Like we said before, he podiumed last year here. He's been doing a phenomenal job on the track, you know, kicking it back and forth, especially during this this touch and go. But you can see his crew pushing through, trying to make something happen. Oh, and they're pushing him back out, so that's a good sign right there.
See, they're pushing the car out.
But what else am I going to say?
No.
I know.
I just said that to be a smart.
I know,
yeah.
Pushing. Yeah, that's what I was like.
What am I supposed to say?
They're guiding.
He said they got to push him out. They did. No, but that was a quick, maybe it's a quick fix. Maybe it's not a huge problem because we don't hear everything from them, and we're not going to go and ask the team either. So they are going directly back to the start line.
Good turnaround right there.
Yeah, so they said it might be an electrical issue. And, man, electrical issues are scary because it could just happen just like that. You know, you never know. So
it's not no quick swap either. All right, here he comes to the line. It's like we were talking about before. Teramachi is going to be on the lead this time, while we have Matsukawa on the chase. See how Matsukawa is going to do on this chase. See how close he's going to get that proximity, or if Teramachi is going to be able to pull a little from him. Which obviously we don't want to see that. But let's see here right now, coming out of the chicane into the 3-2-1 cone. Matsukawa on the chase, Teramachi on the lead right here. Teramachi coming through outer zone 1. Nice roll into outer zone 1. Dipped a little bit of the tire, but not bad at all. Coming in, flicking it into the touch and go. Oh, but Matsukawa just, wanting that. Tadamachi finishing off, but yes, like we all just saw, Matsukawa came in way too hot into outer zone 2, had full 2 tires dipped out, and
so I would have to say the pace difference between these cars, like I was saying, Tadamachi throws a lot of angle, and he actually does, that was a pretty impressive run by Tadamachi. He runs the outside line out on the outside zone. Let's check this out. Initiates on throttle all the way, drives all the way out. He dips the tire, but yes, he fills the zone completely. Kind of misses the touch and go, but right here too, throws tremendous amount of angle, gets on gas, goes through outside zone 3.
And then just stays on gas the whole way to the finish.
And the pace difference in these cars, the driving style as well.
You were right, he was holding back. He had it in the bag.
So just as I said, Tadamachi said, I don't need no warm-up until I get to the finals, and now he's in the finals. Well, let's make it official because that was an incomplete by Matsukawa, and that is not going to be, this is not looking good for Matsukawa at all.
Here we go. Crew's cleaning up what Matsukawa left on the track. Here we go, Ryan with that, Yoichi, and all for Tadamachi right there. Tadamachi's gonna be pushing on to the finals.
Tadamachi gets the win, and this guy was saving it till the end, but he is a threat to everybody now. I know the guys on the other side of the podium, I'm sorry, not the podium, but then the ladder here has to worry about themselves, Yamashita versus Minowa, but after that, they're gonna have to worry about going and beating this guy as well. Car number 61, Tadamachi. Very, very interesting turnout. Now, Matsukawa is going to be 3rd place because he qualified 9th.
Okay.
So he's going to be on the podium for sure. Now, the pressure is on Yamashita and Minowa because in order for them to at least be on the podium, they would have to win right here.
Exactly.
Or their 4th place.
Yes. They'll have to finish off here to move on to the finals. So let's see. So we're going to have Yamashita's lined up, going to be in the lead, while Minowa is going to be on the chase. And I was just looking at it. So Yamashita and Minowa both actually scored the same on their qualifying runs with an 84.
Wow, that's why they're 10th and 11th.
Yeah, 10th and 11th. So
very similar. Man, I'm getting excited right now.
And both in similar vehicles too. So here we go, right here. Yamashita and Minowa ready to kick it off. Like we were saying before, Minowa, this is a new vehicle for him. He was in a JZX 90 last year, which got him in 4th place on this course. This year he's in his new JZX 100. Actually took his JZX 90 to the States, but unfortunately with COVID, he was unable to make it to any events so far.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. You have Texas round and you still got Irwindale, so depending on what the laws are of COVID, they're going to open up the country and whatnot. There's a possibility, but here we go.
Coming out of chicane, coming into 3-2-1, Yamashita in the lead, Minowa in the chase. Minowa right there beside him, coming in to outer zone 1. Yamashita riding outer zone 1. Nice line into outer zone 1, filling it completely. Hitting the touch and go, and Minowa right there. Oh, Minowa trying to make a correction to outer zone 2, coming in outer zone 3, but Yamashita just pushing through and doing what he has been doing all day long.
Yeah, so that looked like Minowa did not want to give him any space because he was on his rear bumper when they initiated. But as they went through the outside zone 1, it looked like Yamashita started to walk away from Minowa right there. Nice initiation by both cars. Yamashita makes it all the way out to the outside zone, fills the outside zone, hits the touch and go.
Here.
Nice angle going through outside zone 2, fills that area. Drives through the outside zone 3 at the wall and the in clip. And right here after the outside zone 2 area, looks like Minowa was falling back slightly, but not too far from the lead car. So we're going to have to see what Minowa has in his back pocket to show us for the
Yeah.
lead run and how close Yamashita could get, mimicking Minowa.
Yeah, coming through that touch and go, it looked like Minowa was a little shallow coming into outer zone 2, trying to mimic that line, but also keep that that speed and the proximity that he wanted for with Yamashita. But like you were saying, Minowa's going to be on the lead this time, and Yamashita's going to be on the chase.
So these are the times, once again, there's a possibility that the lead car is going to do something crazy because he knows that
he has to make up.
He has to do a flawless, close to 100-point run on his lead, and Yamashita's going to have to be as close as possible to that. So
we'll see. Minowa's been doing some good things today, along with Yamashita, but we'll see what he's gonna produce for this lead run for making the challenges that Yamashita's got to face. Looks like they're getting that thumbs up, ready to go. All right, here we go. Minowa coming through the chicane. Minowa in the lead. Yamashita in the chase. Looks like Yamashita's closing in, trying to close that gap for Minowa. Coming in out of zone. Huge correction right there. Or a slight correction right there. Coming in not as deep as probably wanted to be in outer zone 1. Yamashita right there on his rear quarter panel, right in around the outer zone 3 into inside clip 1. And finishing real strong.
yeah, so it looks like Minowa couldn't take the car all the way out to the outside zone, and also he had the little wobble at the outside zone. Let's go ahead and see this. Both of the car initiating. Yamashita starting to close the gap, but right there, Minowa could not keep the car good angle and everything else. Both of the cars are doing an amazing job. The lead car is doing great on the lead, and the chase car is right there. But at the same time, Minowa did make that slight mistake on outside zone 1 and also not filling that zone, where Yamashita did a great job there. So we're going to have to go ahead and check the lead to lead, chase to chase, and make a decision.
Here we go. So Ryan's going to go with Yamashita, Yoichi with Yamashita, and Robbie with Yamashita. Yamashita's going to be pushing on to the finals.
All right, now we have car number 8, Yamashita, making it to the finals, and he is going to be going against young car number 61, Teramachi, who came up the ladder on the other side, and he is ready to battle.
So I'm looking at the bracket right now. So Teramachi was qualified 12th, Yamashita was 10th, but they both scored an 84.
Yeah, so they had to go for the second best.
Number 61, S15 with Nichi Racing with Good Ride Motorsports. Both 2J powered vehicles here. We see some good things from Teramachi, but we'll see what he's going to do here on the chase against Yamashita, which Yamashita's been throwing some solid runs down all day. Here they come, coming into the 3-2-1. Yamashita in the lead. Teramachi right there on his door. Had a little bit of contact right there. Coming through and didn't stop Yamashita at all. Yamashita's pushing through the track, coming into outer zone 3, sweeping around. Teramachi trying to get back on it, but Yamashita's finishing strong all the way through to inside clip 1.
Yeah, I will be checking the replay, but that looked like, in my eyes, that just looked like Teramachi kind of came in a little too hot.
Yeah,
I will go ahead and double check that Yamashita didn't have excessive any slowdowns or any decels that are excessive, but that happened right at initiation, so
I got a little excited there, so.
Yeah, you did.
Hopefully your eardrums are fine.
No, I'm okay. So just waiting on the replay, but from what I've seen, sitting here from the judging stand, it looked like Yamashita had a good pace, and it didn't look like he was decelling hard or anything. It just looked like Teramachi kind of went in a little bit too
hot. Came in real hot, yeah.
Yeah, but I get it because he's probably seen Yamashita, a very fast driver, and also probably didn't want him to run away from him, so he had to, keep the proximity, get as close as possible.
Exactly. Waiting for them to come around. Having a slight delay for this. So Yamashita just got done with his lead run. Tadamachi had some contact there and coming into outer zone 1. Tables are turning now. Tadamachi's going to be on the lead while Yamashita is going to be on the chase. The contact that happened between Tadamachi and Yamashita didn't stop Yamashita from running through a good line all the way through the track, through all the outer zones, and finishing strong.
All right, so we will see who is at fault, but oh, here we go.
Looks like, yep, Yamashita's crew taking a look at his vehicle, seeing if the damage is going to affect anything with them to push on. Just like Robbie was saying, Tadamachi's the one that came in with a little bit too much heat, running into Yamashita, coming into outer zone 1. So we'll see. Definitely coming with some heat whenever he was coming out of 3-2-1 into the initiation into outer zone 1.
All right, so we are limited right now on what we have on the replays and stuff like that, but I think we are going to put the little incident that just happened at the initiation. That's going to be Tadamachi. It's going to be on Tadamachi, so Tadamachi is at fault. So I believe that Yamashita is going to have 10 minutes to look at his car because the collision happened because of Tadamachi.
Hopefully nothing went wrong there. Hopefully we're going to push on and let Tadamachi do a lead while Yamashita is going to show us what he's got in the chase. But yeah, like we were talking about earlier, Yamashita, this is nothing new. He got second place last year here at this course. He's currently sitting in 4th place for points. Took 2nd place at Ebisu, so he really wants that #1 podium.
Oh yeah, and then I just heard earlier, if Yamashita gets 1st place here, he's going to be the new points leader of the series as well, which is going to knock Takahashi and Gray down into 2nd and 3rd, I believe.
Yes, you're definitely right on that. Currently, Gray sitting at 247 and Takahashi at 220. Gray unfortunately got knocked out real early at top 32, while Takahashi got knocked out at the grade 8. By no other than Yamashita. So let's see what's going to get done here. Looks like they're taking a quick look at his rear end. Ensuring that contact didn't mess anything up with his axles or anything.
Yeah, this is going to see. So here's another situation I think we had a long time ago. There was a hit, but they didn't get to see it after it. And I think moving along in the series, that day, something happened to the car and it couldn't drive anymore because of the hit. Yeah. But it happens later too. So after this 10-minute,
they're doing a quick check on the alignment here and making sure it's good. Look how quick they're working.
Man, and we've been talking about that, but that checkered colored floor, that plastic piece under the car looks really good.
It does. It does clean out the pits for them, and a lot of teams have that.
Yeah, and then you can get whatever color you want.
Yeah, custom logos on them, all that. It's awesome. I'd get it for my garage, but I don't have a garage.
I'd get it for my shop, but it'll be a waste because it's a mess anyway.
You'll just have puddles of oil in every single one.
And dust all packed in it. But
no, most definitely it is a cool feature to throw in these pits. And these, I don't know if you saw earlier whenever the camera was rolling through there how much pride they take in their pit area and how much pride they take in their team name. So
Yeah,
it is awesome.
And it gets better and better because, I mean, obviously the series was a lot smaller many, many years ago, and all the teams are now, they have that mentality of the professionalism, and they bring in, you know, the best of the best, and now, you know, everybody's making their pits look good. Everybody looks all, you know, spiffy with their crew gear, and the cars are looking amazing.
Yeah, the livery looks
really
good.
like that.
I mean, it's all because of you viewers out there. It makes them to want to push that much better to make their cars look better, drive much better, and their pits and crew to look better too.
Yeah, and it's too bad that we don't have any spectators because this is when they get to see the cars up close. And I know those of you who go to any of the FD events around the world or any of the other large drifting events around the world, you probably get to walk the pits and get to see the cars up close. And that's when you get to, you know, get autographs signed and get stickers and posters and all kinds of stuff. It's a fun event. So
exactly.
If there is ever a drifting event near you, go ahead and go and check it out.
Which the next one for FD in the States is actually going to be October 30th, Halloween, and to November 1st, it'll be rounds 5 and 6 in Dallas, Texas. So
yeah, it's Halloween weekend, so I am looking forward to seeing
the judges dress
Ryan
up.
Lantain, Brian Eggert, and Chris will wear costumes.
I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah.
But no, if you're in the area, definitely go check that out. It's in Dallas, Texas, 5 and 6. They're also going to have Pro 2, so it's going to be a fun-filled weekend. And then as for Formula Drift Japan, we're going to have a pretty big, not a delay, I guess a long extent, a break, I guess you could say, in between. And our next one's going to be December 12th and 13th at Suzuka Twin Circuit. So it'll be a nice break for the crews to get their cars all squared away for the last round of the 2020 series.
Yeah, they're going to get all their cars refreshed.
Exactly.
And we're going back to Suzuka Twin, which is going to be a very small track compared to here or Sugo. But at the same time, it's very technical, so it's not all about, you know, power. It's not all about small cars or light cars. It's just total performance of how much grip you got, you know, and how much power you have, and how the driver wants to drive it.
And with this break, I'm hoping that it kind of opens up some of the restrictions and allows some of these drivers that can't come back or come into country to actually compete.
That'll be awesome if we have a full roster with
nice
you
finish.
Know, we didn't mention, but Matt Mike Mundet from New Zealand, he is not here, and he usually competes. 2 years ago, he was a champion for the FD Japan Series.
His car is actually here, though. So
yeah, the car's here. I'm gonna go and check that out later. But Nian and Benjamin from Singapore, they are not able to come here too. Matthew Hill, Fausto's teammate from Australia, isn't here either. And from Hong Kong, we have James Tang. He's usually out here too, but he is not currently here because of the whole COVID mess. So hopefully they will start to open up the borders a little bit more, and also our good friend Ryan Lantain will be able to make it out here, and Ryan Sage will be announcing again, and Kenny will be knocked out.
Yeah. What? No, it's been awesome. It's been an honor to be here.
So
anyways,
are you wishing for the borders not to open?
No, I'm okay with either way. This has just been an honor to do and fun. But some big shoes to fill, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But no, comments haven't been beating me up too bad, so you know.
Oh, nice. So you're just going to push yourself through, right?
Exactly. We only got one more. Yeah, push myself through to the final run.
I don't want to pat ourselves on the shoulder, but we did a great job this weekend. We're at the finals. Here we go. Teramachi is staging right now, and I think Yamashita is out warming his tires up. There's one more run from each car. Teramachi is going to be leading. Yamashita is going to be giving chase. Now earlier when Yamashita was leading, Teramachi was right close to him in his rear quarter panel, and there was slight contact by both drivers.
But we'll see.
And in order for Yamashita to be safe, their team went on ahead and checked the alignment on the car, made sure everything was correct on the vehicle, versus Teramachi. Looked like he came in a little hot and gave him a little tap, and that was an incomplete for him. So he is actually sitting on incomplete, so the only thing Teramachi could do right now is do the best of the best. Awesome job, 150-point lead run.
And he's definitely capable. He's been throwing some sick angle out here all weekend. So we'll have to see what he's going to do as the lead. And Yamashita is ready to go, just waiting for that signal.
And the beauty about these battles, you never know until everything's done. So
exactly.
I'm really excited right now.
Here we go. Yamashita's not going to give him any leeway at all. Hasn't done it for anybody that's battled, but here they go. Tadamachi coming into 3-2-1. Yamashita trying to close that gap up, getting that proximity closer and closer. Nice job by Tadamachi coming through, but Yamashita's right there, ready to dance. Pushing through outer zone 3 into inside clip 1. Finishing. Oh,
man, I just have to tell you, that was a great way to watch the last battle, or we're not going to announce anything yet, but well, it might be a little obvious, but watching this battle at the finals, this was probably one of the best battles we had today. Both of the cars doing what they're told. Tadamachi dips the tire here, but keeps the car sideways, throws a good amount of angle through the outside clips and the touch and go, and Yamashita right there on his door in the quarter panel, not letting him get away at all, and Tadamachi is just giving it his all. And that was a very beautiful lead run and a very great chase by Yamashita. So congratulations to both of the drivers for making it all the way up here. Now we're going to go into announcing who gets the win. Let me go ahead and
do your part in
let me go ahead and do my part. I almost forgot. I was just blabbing away. But yes, that was a
phenomenal
pretty awesome.
Run.
Yeah, that was a pretty awesome finals run right there.
Most definitely. It's been a long top 32 to top 16 all the way through. Been a long day.
Yes, it has been a long day, but a great day because the weather did not upset us. It was a nice day throughout the whole weekend, and we have to thank whoever has the best of luck here with weather, because I don't. And all the drivers, thank you very much for coming out. And also you guys watching us here on live stream, thank you for tuning in. You guys are what keeps us going and keeps us blabbing away and keeps the drivers going and doing those crazy things.
And thank you all for sticking with us. And now here we are at the finals to announce the winner for round 4 of the 2020 Formula Drift Japan Series here at Okayama International Circuit in the Okayama Prefecture.
We are here. No more battles, guys, but this is the trophy ceremony. We'll be going ahead and giving out the 3 drivers who made it on the podium. Well, we don't have a podium here, but this is the top 3 of today. After the hectic battle we had, it was very close. And this is number 3, or
number 3, yes.
Third place.
Third place, number 99, Kazuya Matsukawa with Hiroshima Toyota's Team Droopy.
So that's car number 99, Matsukawa. He gets 3rd place. This is a back-to-back Okayama round for him to be on the podium. Last year he was 2nd place, I believe, 3rd place.
2nd place.
2nd place, and now he's 3rd place. He loves this track. Now
let's
go ahead.
Job.
All right, so this is 2020 Formula Drift Japan Okayama round. After the finals, the winner is going to be Koichi Yamashita in Team Weld in his JZX 100. He is back on the top of the podium. Congratulations. That means the young, upcoming Kunihiko Teramachi, car number 62 in his S15, 2JZ, Nichie Racing, Good Ride, Motorsports. He got 2nd place. He is a runner-up, but I believe this is his first ever podium in FD Japan. Congratulations to both of the drivers and also the 3rd place driver. Congratulations.
Good job on the drivers today. And like you said, Yamashita last event at Ebisu, he actually rolled out with 2nd place. So it is nice for him to bump it up and get 1st place. But what did you say earlier about points?
I think Yamashita is leading in points now.
Is now going to be the points lead. So
Yeah.
definitely a huge race for Yamashita and his team.
Yeah, you're going to have to double check, but this is what I just heard, so I'm not good with math. But there you go, there's a trophy, carbon trophy to the winner of this Okayama round, and he gets a fat check. Congratulations, and a G-Shock watch presented by G-Shock, a Casio G-Shock.
500,000 yen. Nice watch and a sweet carbon fiber trophy.
And this is the runner-up, second place,
Kunihiko Teramachi.
Nichia Racing, Good Ride Motorsports. Congratulations to him. Very young driver, look at that. Elbow bump.
Coming through, getting his watch and his check right here.
He gets a 200,000 yen check in his,
trying to find a way to hold it.
Like, just
He's
put it on
like,
my,
yeah,
just
put
put
it
it
on.
on my car.
That's that first time jitters right there. Good job.
Yep, and here we go. This is third place, car number 99.
Kazuya
Matsukawa from Hiroshima Toyota, Team Droopy, in his AE 85. Makes it all the way to the podium. He was second place last year here at Okayama. This must be his favorite. But congratulations to him. And presenting the trophy and the checks is Mr. Kazu Iwata. He is the founder of FV Japan and MSC.
Congratulations to these drivers right here.
Some great driving from these guys. This is a high-speed track. It is not easy to do what they're doing,
but definitely have a blend up there right now.
Yeah, then obviously it's not hard to be out here. So all the guys who didn't even make it up here, mad props to them too.
Exactly.
All right, so the question is to Yamashita, since he was the runner-up last year for the series, is like, how do you feel after last year? Any feelings come out of you from last year? Thank you very much. He's like, oh, champ, take your mask off because we can't hear you.
顎でいいですか。はい。昨年の岡山国際サーキットの時に、トラブルがあって、走れなかったっていうことがあったので、ここでまた決勝まで上がれて、でちょっと蘇って自分の中であったんですけど、結構楽しく、チームのみんな走らせてくれたのと、完璧な車を作ってくれてるんで、もうそこは忘れて、決勝戦含めてもう全部思いっきり戦って、非常に楽しい戦いでした。すいません、なんかね。
So he was talking about how his feelings came back from what happened last year, and then he knew he had to do it, and he would like to thank his team for getting him a perfect car to drive, so he knew he had to do it, and he just wanted to have fun.
なんで絶対にここが取りに行きたいと思ってた大会だったので、非常に嬉しいです。今ね、
チームのメカさんたちも今集まってきて、チームのメカさんたちがタオルで目をなんか覆っているようなそんなシーンもありますが、さあまだでもね、最終戦まで残っています。この勢いでというところいかがでしょうか。
そうですね、まだ、こんな世の中でまだ許さない状態ですけど、まだ一戦あります。で、運営していただいて本当に選手一同感謝しております。まだ最終戦あります。皆さん応援よろしくお願いします。ありがとうございました。
He said, you know, the world is the way it is and it's all messed up, but we have one more round to go. So thank you for the guys putting this venue together, and thank you to everybody for cheering them on. So let's go. This is Teramachi. He is second place.
今シーズンから再びのこのレギュラーシーズンとなって第4戦目で表彰台、林選手が先に上がってましたが、いかがでしょうか。一言いただきましょう。
How does he feel about this?
はい。決勝の相手が山下選手ということで、ちょっと最後気合が入りすぎたのか、あんな形で終わってしまったのがとても残念ですが、今年、グッドライドの代表をはじめチームの方々に支えてもらって、やっとちょっといい結果が出せてよかったと思います。 皆さん本当ありがとうございました。
本当にチーム一丸となってという。
I know they were talking. I'm really, really sorry. It's really, really hard to hear because these guys need to speak up, but I can't copy what they're saying. But they were speaking something about, it's a new team for him, and he was able to go against Yamashita at the finals, and he had to give it his all. But congratulations to him.
まあ今回は無観客ということで、松川選手応援団はこのフラントスタジアムには来れませんでしたが、きっとライブ配信で応援をしてくれるから。
No spectators and
はい、そうですね。岡山国際サーキットは自分ら広島トヨタにとっては本当にすぐそばのサーキットで、本当に勝てなくて残念なんですけど。去年に続きね、3位になれて本当に良かったです。はい、ありがとうございます。
まだ最終戦残ってます。一番高いところいかがでしょうか。
そうですね。もう一戦残ってるんで、本当に集中してもう絶対に勝つ気で走りたいと思います。ありがとうございます。
All right, so he's talking about this is a very important area because it's Okayama Circuit. It's very close to their big sponsor, Hiroshima Toyota, and they couldn't make the win, but they're happy with the third place, so they're going to try their best for the next round, and they asked the top spot is still available for the next round, and he said, I'm going to be gunning for it. So good luck to these guys, and also the other drivers that are out there for the last round. We still have Suzuka round left, which is going to be in December.
We do. It'll be a nice long break, but it'll be enough time for them all to get their cars dialed in and ready to go. But yes, congratulations. One last round of applause for these drivers right here.
And they are re-announcing the top 3 cars, but like I was saying earlier, I mean, this may be a corny way to say it, and it's like, oh, everybody's a winner, but it's true, These guys won't be 1, 2, 3 if there wasn't the other 30 cars here competing against them. And it really, really, really takes a lot, even for somebody to just get up in the morning, get their car ready, and go to a track and actually try to drift. And these guys are taking it to the next level where you have to go around and, there's so many things that you have to do.
Push your car, push your car to the limits and then still make it all the way through.
Yeah, and also, just being able to come out here and competing at this level, this high of a level is very, very hard to do. So you got to give a round of applause to all the guys out there competing wherever you're out in the world.
Their crews, everybody, their family, I mean, every bit of support that they have out there, you have to give them hands down all the props that you can.
Yep.
But most definitely, and like you were saying, there were a few drivers that weren't able to make it. So hopefully they'll make it next round to our Suzuka in December, which is going to be, like we said before, it'll be December 13th and 12th and 13th. But at the same time, in between, you still have Formula Drift in the U.S. that you could tune into, which the next battle is going to be October 30th and November 1st in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, that's going to be the round 5 and 6. It's going to be a back-to-back round, also with the Pro 2 guys going at it too. And that's going to be the round 3, I believe, for the Pro 2 guys. So it's going to be really interesting to see. And there's some of the Pro 2 guys that moved up from Pro 2 to Pro 1, and now they're competing in Pro 1. So that's definitely interesting to see the young guys come out full swing. So it's going to be a back-to-back month. I think we're going to have a month. We have a couple weeks away from Halloween weekend, and after that, there's going to be like a little over a month
and a half or so
to Suzuka. But let's see who's going to make it to the top. I mean, if it was for me, I'd love to give everybody a trophy and give everybody a win, but that's just not the way it happens. So us as judges, we try our best to see what's going on the track, and we're going to go ahead and make the decision, and that's why we're sitting here in these chairs. And thank you guys for watching.
Can't stress that enough. Thank you for watching, tuning in for our last 2 days between qualifying and 32, top 32 and top 16. But if you did miss any of that, you can always check it out on the YouTube channel, Formula Drift Japan and also Formula Drift US. So check those out for sure.
You know what? I always go back home, and the next day I watch the event one more time just to go over it, just because. And that's how serious I am with the whole judging thing, because I know it's not a joke. I've been a competitor before, and if you think the judging doesn't go one way or the other, it really makes you feel bad, But by doing this and joining the team, I know that the judges are giving it their all and trying to keep it as fair as possible and make the right decisions for all of you guys out there. And please come back and watch us
Check
on
us
our
out.
live stream again. Yeah, and thank you very much for sticking around, listening to us all day and all weekend.
Thank you very much. One last shout out to my wife and